morning. It's about 5:40 a.m. on Thursday the 29th of April. We're just about to get started for the day. It's freezing cold, about 1 degree Celsius when we woke up this morning. It was cold, but it's going to be a beautiful day. We are gunning for 24 miles today. We're trying to move as quickly as possible so we can get to our comfy digs and our new shoes in Kent, New York. But the birds are singing. It's slowly warming up. We're all packed up and ready to go. I'll report back later, but I'm sure it's going to be a great day. Another beautiful sunrise. Just climbed up a hill. My feet aren't working. And there's Charge. Morning, Charge. Yeah. It's nothing like getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning in 1 degree Celsius. But I still love you. It's 7:45 a.m. and we're about 3.5 miles in. It's hard, if you see those stones on the path, it's hard to get into a rhythm today, simply because at the moment the path's quite rocky. So when you want to just stride out and get going, you've got to be very careful with rocks. The benefit of having a really cold, crisp night is that today has dawned into a beautiful, crisp, sunny day without the freezing winds so far that we had yesterday. So it's a lovely morning, and Charge is charging as ever, and I'm looking for bears, but still no luck. Charge is thinking about where we're going now. How's it going, Charge?
Hi, Flash. 4.5 hours in, so we left camp at 6 a.m, so nice early start. It's been tough, ups and downs, hard on the feet regarding the rocks and things like that. We've done 9.2 miles, so we're tracking okay. There's a deli and pizza bar at the 20 mile mark, so 11 miles. And they let you camp out the back.
Maybe,
but there is a shelter another 4 miles past that.
I'm all up for walking 11 miles for a pizza.
I bet you are. And some Coke.
Oh, yes.
I wonder if they sell beer.
Probably.
I can't smell it yet.
What is Charge riding here 4, 0, 0. 400. Fantastic. That. That's, I wonder if we can see it. We can. Wow. We can see it, and boy, I can feel it. Okay, let's keep charging. Okay, it's that time of the morning. It's time to go up a rock face. So, New York is very rocky, and they're quite big boulders, and they really like to take you right up the side of these things. There's probably just a little path around the corner that we could walk around, but that's not the point.
Here comes Bridget's favourite part. Just another vertical. Clamber up all these rocks. Standing back down there, I reckon we could have just walked around this big pile. But no, we get to do this. Hey Flash!
Hey Charge! So here we are looking over this lovely lake, and you come around and there's a whole bunch of white sand, and I think it's a fake beach and a massive car park, which is odd. So it must be easy driving distance from New York City, and people must come out and sit on this sand and go to the beach.
Rather than calling it a fake beach, a man-made beach.
A man-made beach.
Boardwalks and concessions, which open in 30 days time.
Oh.
No good for us, no hot dogs, no Coca-Cola. Food, pleasure. I want a beer.
It's beautiful up here, up above the tree line. Better come around this. Excuse me. Peanut M&Ms down the wrong way. In memory of September 11th. Ooh, I think we're about to go under a underpass. I've seen this on movies. Right. I'm not exactly sure where we are. Heading north. Okay. Looks like we're going up here. Been climbing for a while, and look at this beautiful view we've got. Very breezy, but really pretty, looking across New York State. Oh, it's getting late. We've been walking for over 11 hours, and we finally got 20 miles, but it was just a bit late to go up and buy pizza. It was going to be half a mile there and half a mile back, and we just weren't going to make camp until quite late. So unfortunately, we are pizzaless, but we are still heading in the direction of our camp, which is less than 4 miles now. It's been a long day. Weather's beautiful, but we're a bit worn out now. I'm not sure if it was the largest tree on the AT, but at that stage in the day, we needed a win, so we decided it was the largest tree on the AT. It was huge, and we were going to give it a cuddle. Joe was up first, gave it a good hug. I was up second. We weren't too far from camp, but It had been a long, long day.
There's the big tree, and there's Flash. He looks like a little midget. Are you kissing the tree, Flash?
Looks like we've got a bit of road walking to finish the day. We've popped out of the trees, kind of walked through a neighbourhood, and now it looks like we're needing to walk over a bridge to get across the freeway. Imagine living right on the Appalachian Trail, watching all these ragtag hikers wander past. So at the end of the day, it's been a really long day. The sun's setting. We've had some soup. I'm going to have a cup of tea. I'm actually just eating a protein bar, which is a terrible way to approach dinner, but that's all I can bear. Joe charges out in the forest looking for a tree that he can hang the beer cable from so we can hang our food bags. Rather than laughing at him, I really should go and give him a hand. About 6 a.m. We both had a really bad night's sleep last night because it was so cold. We've done 65 miles in the last 3 days, so I think we've probably been pushing ourselves too hard. So we've got 30 miles to go, just over 30 miles to go until we get to our destination in 2 days. So today we're going to take it easier. Walking out of camp this morning, and it's going to be a beautiful day, but it's brutally cold out here. It was about 30 degrees last night, which is below freezing. We're both very cold in our tents, even though we've got the sleeping bags and the gear. The cold just crawls. I think on top of that we're probably tired. And yeah, so it's a bit tough out here. But it's going to be gorgeous. Just waiting for America to warm up. Charge. Is it time to listen to an audiobook?
Good morning, Flash.
Good morning.
2.9 miles, 1 hour. Not bad, a lot faster than yesterday.
And that terrain was quite tough again this morning.
Yeah, nicer than yesterday. Still disappointed we didn't get to the deli and the pizza.
Never mind.
So very hungry today.
We're very hungry and we're actually a bit low on food. But tomorrow we're going to eat all the food.
Yes. So we've got 35 miles to go.
Yeah.
To get into Connecticut, into a town called Kent. So we cross the border. Goodbye, New York.
Yeah.
And heading north.
Heading north. Wow, it's been hard work this morning, but I've had my Belkin breakfast biscuit with peanut butter on it, feeling a bit better, and we're out of the relentless woods and rocks and ups and downs that we've just been doing for the last hour or so. So the cold's going and it's turning into a beautiful day, and you know, I'm really interested to see where we end up today. Hopefully not in that puddle. Isn't this lovely? You know, even when you're having a slightly bleh morning, a blur morning, because it's cold and you're hungry and it's rocky and your feet hurt. Oh, I'm such a complainer. You come out to this, and isn't this just, it's just glorious. Beautiful quiet morning, lovely path. There are little streams that I can hear the water in the background, and it's lovely. It's kind of a reset when you come out and start walking on a path like this and you remind yourself why you're doing this. And this is one of the reasons. Let's see if I can fit through here without grating my backpack. A bit of a tricky step up. Oh. Oops, that's my water bottle. And of course there's a nice leafy path around the outside of this. But that's not what the AT is all about. The AT is all about going through the middle of it. Just walking down now to what looks like a beautiful, tranquil and ideal setting, because one feature of walking through New York has been the lakes. There are lakes everywhere, and this one's a bit interesting because it's got a funny old name, which is Nuclear Lake. And I think with Nuclear Lake, they suggest very strongly you don't swim in it. It was called Nuclear Lake because it was the site of a research facility licensed by the government to test nuclear grade or bomb grade uranium and plutonium for bombs. So that's kind of interesting. 7.5 miles in. Taking my raincoat off because in fact it's got quite hot, so I'm not wearing all of my clothes. And we're going to stop at a shelter and have a hot chocolate and a bit of a break. This is the Telephone Pioneer Shelter. That's kind of cute. The shelter. There's a long drop up the back, but most importantly for us, there is a table with a view. We bumped into Grease Pig, who's a Nobo who's come all the way from Georgia and is hoping to do the AT in less than 100 days. And just like that, it turns into a beautiful day. Joe's down to his short sleeves. Me, I've got multiple layers on, which at some stage I suppose I'll take off. But the terrain has evened out significantly, and it looks to me like we're just about to go over a big bridge and some bog boards, which seem to stretch for a very long way. The variety makes things interesting. The other thing happens when you're a through hiker is that you spot what potentially looks like a hot dog stand, and I don't even eat hot dogs, from a distance, and you know it's very close to where the trail hooks up. So we're walking down here to investigate exactly what they sell. Worst case, just sodas. Best case, there could be some food or something that comes out of this trailer. I'll report back, but fingers crossed. Okay, charge. So we charged over here because we thought that maybe it was a hot dog stand, and we discussed the strategy of how we would take the hot dog out of my bun. You'd eat the hot dog and I'd just eat the bread roll. Then we got over here, and what happened?
Well, crossed over New York 22 after we crossed over the railway lines, train into New York. Your little biggly eyes flash, saw something in the car park that you thought was a hot dog stand, but it wasn't. It's a Korean guy.
It's Malaysian.
Or Malaysian guy. With some beautiful Malaysian food that we're going to eat, which I'm really excited about.
We've got pork buns, we've got
Shrimp things,
dumplings, he's making me
curry balls.
Vegetarian egg noodles. Sensational, we're so excited. Well, that was just a fantastic result. I've just eaten a beautiful bowl of egg fried noodles with bok choy and fish balls. Yum! Just had pork buns and curry puffs and sensational. It was almost like a taste of home, actually. And now we're walking, and I'm puffing because I've eaten so much, through a lovely field, and it's all opened up and it's really beautiful. Let me show you. So after a couple of really tough days in the freezing cold, just in the woods, up and down on the rocks, we've come along the boardwalk, found out where people catch the train to New York, had Malaysian, got rid of all of my rubbish in a rubbish bin, and we're now heading to Wiley shelter. We may stay there, or we may push on to the next shelter. It all depends on how we're feeling, how fresh our legs are. So we're feeling good. Look at that. I wonder what that is.
Wooden water tower.
A wooden water tower. Wow. Hi cows. How are you doing? Here we are, all set up for the night. Nice and early. We'll make ourselves a cup of tea and just relax.